Hi guys, it's Erin. Welcome back to I Feel Pretty. So, if I sound a little hoarse, it's because I've been kind of sick for the last week, but whatever. Anyway, so I wrote this poem a while back, and it kind of goes along with a blog post I did about how there is enough pretty to go around. And I talk about how social media since 5th grade caused me to get into a really bad habit of comparison, more so than if I wasn't on social media. So I think that's a really interesting thing to think about, and even if I wasn't on social media, I'd probably still compare myself to other people. But anyway, I will link that blog post below, and I thought that I would read this poem and post it. I never really post my poetry, so this isn't scary at all, but I thought that I would because it went so well with the blog post I wrote, and I haven't really read this to anyone, so here we go. It's called If I Were Her. I think to myself that if I could really be her, I'd never feel insecure again. My life would be without issue because I'd be so pretty that nothing else would matter. My fingertips would be crafted out of daisies. Holding my hand would feel like walking through a meadow, and there'd be nothing more to do than enjoy the greenery. I start to think that water would start to collect itself just to reflect my image. There'd be a race of molecules causing so much more than surface tension. I believe I'd stare in the mirror for so long that I wouldn't need to know anything except how to bat my eyelashes. I document my entire life and post every photo I featured in on Visco. I don't think I'd get mad at myself for wearing sweatpants in public, and that I'd play in the game of comparison, that I'd stop caring about the game that everyone always loses. But then I step back and think. And I wonder if her sadness would shock me. Heather Chandler put it best when she sang, "No one thinks a pretty girl has feelings." How often do we remove the brain from another girl's head simply because we want to be them? Maybe I think it's somehow easier for me to make a guess in the dark than a declaration in the light. The fact of the matter is, there is no really. There is no honesty within the if. I could say if all day long and nothing would ever get done if I didn't stop. To tell the truth, if I can't accept myself, I can't expect anyone else to, and that is an if I can do something about. So, I just wanted to read that because I always, especially when I was younger, I used to think that if I was prettier, then I would never have a problem. Bad things happen to pretty people, and so I think it's just dumb to think that people are omitted from sadness just because of the way they look. That's just not true. And so I wrote this because I don't think people are ever content in where they are unless they step back and realize that everyone is kind of going through the same thing. So, oh gosh, there's something in my hair. That's been there the whole video. Wow, that's good. So glad that's been there. Anyway, but this is just a quick little video. First time I'm posting my poetry like this, but it was short, so, at least it wasn't that annoying if it was. But yeah, I hope that you don't get caught up in the game of comparison, and if you do start to, you'll remind yourself that you're more than that, and that they have their own issues too. And I will link that blog post below, and I would really appreciate it if you checked it out. Thank you so much for watching. Please like and subscribe, and come back next time on I Feel Pretty.